Hi. We're about to get into this intro, baby. Yo.
This virus.
Sorry.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Time. Peachy Time. Tune in on Peachy Time. Peachy Time. Come join us on Peachy Time. Peachy Time. Join us on Peachy Time. Peachy Time. Yeah.
What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses. Mwah. What's going on, everybody? Now, y'all know how we do. And I'll be honest with y'all. I got to pull my drink. So we better go ahead. We're going to run the beat. Run it back for everybody in the building, baby. Here we go.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Time. Peachy Time. Tune in on Peachy Time. Peachy Time. Come join us on Peachy Time. Peachy Time. Join us on Peachy Time. Peachy Time. Yeah.
I did it. I did it. Here's my drink. I made it in enough time. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's going to start without me. It's going to start without me. But what's up, everybody? What's going on? What's good? It's your girl, the missus, baby. Thank you so much for joining PGT Time tonight. I do have a special guest tonight, but unfortunately, she ain't made it here yet. But she coming. Don't worry, she'll be here. And her name is Miss Rhonda, baby. Rhonda. I guess Peach. So we're gonna have a good time tonight. I don't have a lot of clips tonight. We're definitely gonna focus on the 4-year-old that was murdered. And being as Peachy News, baby, you know how we do during Peachy News. We got to get it in. We got to get it in. So before we get started, y'all already know. You already know. We have to start. It's a must. It's a must that we start with our talent of the night. Now I know you guys have heard this before. Eric Penn by Sinking Sand called Sinking Sand. And I really like this song. He now have a video. Actually, the video been up. I've played it before, but like I said, I really like the song, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play it again, and here we go. I hope y'all like it. Eric Man, he on all platforms, baby. Here you go.
The saying goes, if it stays, let it stay for a little while. But if it goes, let it go, even if you long for it. But if it leaves, then it leaves an open wound that consumes you, and a smile that you put on that's a mile long won't even mask it up. Sinking sand, I fell in sinking sand, sinking in, never to see again. When the blind leads the blind, the best view is from behind. Hindsight 2020, would you still power forward with a look like Dirk, singing shit from the outside? Would you round third, head to my crib in the nighttime? If the head right, probability is high. I'll be there every night. Well, at least a couple times. You can't say that we didn't try. You can't say that we didn't try. The saying goes, if it stays, let it stay for a little while. But if it goes, let it go, even if you long for it. What if it leaves and it leaves an open wound that consumes you, and a smile that you put on that's a mile long won't even mask it up. Sinking sand, I fell in sinking sand, sinking in, never to see again. When the blind leads the blind, the best view is from behind. Hindsight 2020, would you still power forward with a look like Dirk, seeing shit from the outside? Would you round third, head to my crib in the nighttime? If the head right, probability is high. I'll be there every night. Well, at least a couple times. You can't say that we didn't try. You can't say that we didn't try. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I hope you liked it. I did. That was called Sinking Sand by Eric Penn. Again, Eric Penn, and it's called Sinking Sand, and it's on all platforms. All platforms. So y'all go check them out, okay? Go check them out. All right, y'all. Let's get started. Let's get started for the night. Yeah, we got a good one for y'all. We got a good one, I must say. So we're gonna start with this. We're gonna the doctor's talking. The doctors is talking. And they are talking today about that damn crate challenge. Yes. That crate challenge, y'all. We ain't finna show no videos of them. I do got a funny video by Desi though. Desi Banks. Hilarious. Funny. But I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Let me mute myself.
Yeah, if you just type in the hashtag crate challenge anywhere on your social media, within seconds, your feed's going to get flooded with hundreds of thousands of videos of people climbing up on top of plastic milk crates and likely falling to the ground shortly after. And many of those videos were even shot right here in Gresham Park. The milk crate challenge has already climbed its way from TikTok into Atlanta's backyard. This video posted over the weekend from Gresham Park here in DeKalb County shows several people attempting to climb their way up a stack of wobbly milk crates. Many people are embarking on this risky climb, hoping the odds are stacked in their favor and that they may even score some cash from those who are actively betting they won't make it all the way up or down the pyramid without falling. But most videos are having the same horrific ending. People can be seen falling on their neck, back, and arms, even face first in some attempts that could be deadly.
If you hit your head on the concrete, you don't necessarily know at the time that you may have broken an artery in your head, and you can get a subdural hematoma, which will show up later. Now, that can be fatal, or sometimes you have to have a neurosurgeon go in and open it up.
Dr. Dave Davis of Piedmont Hospital says a broken limb could also cost you time and money.
There it go.
But that hasn't stopped millions of people from taking their chances with the crate challenge. So far, more than 40 million people have hashtagged crate challenge videos on TikTok. Other attempts have been more dangerous than this. Another recent video appears to show a local man from Atlanta attempting to make the climb this weekend. But before he could reach the top, bullets are heard blasting in the background. It's unclear whether or not he was shot.
It's not worth the risk.
Signs posted on crates in Kroger and College Park appear to show they were on sale for just $1. However, Kroger says it's only the jugs of water inside the crates that are for purchase, not the crates themselves.
You can't touch it.
But somehow, crates are still stacking up everywhere for the Milk Crate Challenge.
It's maybe fun to take a chance like that, but what can happen is very serious.
Now, this is not the only dangerous trend that we have seen circulated online. You may remember back in 2018, the Tide Pod Challenge, where many kids experienced getting poisoned after trying to eat the detergent pods. Reporting from Gresham Park in DeKalb County, I'm Tori Cooper, CBS 46 News.
Sounds a little crazy to me. Sounds a little crazy to me. Now, y'all know these crate challenges has been off the chain. Off the chain. So, I don't know what's going on, but yes, at that much money in the world, ain't that much money in the world will have me doing this dumb mess. Exactly, Nikki. Like, y'all, it's getting out of hand. I mean, I don't know no other way to explain it. It is truly, truly, truly getting out of hand. And like the doctor said, they could be, getting themselves really, really hurt in the future. And they don't even know. They don't even know how it could affect them in the future. And that's the bad part about it. Rhonda, what you can do is I put the link in the chat, and you can click on the link in the chat just as well. If you didn't get the email, just click on that link in the chat. There she go. There she go. Oh, y'all, she looking how sexy down there. Look at you, girl. I see you. I see her hiding in the cut. She on her way up, y'all. Now, when I tell y'all I'm so excited for my guest, she came in right on time because I know she got something to say about these damn crate challenges. And remember, everything is allegedly tonight. It is explicit language. We'll try to keep it to a minimum. We'll try. We can't guarantee y'all. We can't guarantee. But here we go. Introducing up my guest, Peachy, my friend, Miss Rhonda. Hey, boo.
Hey.
You look so pretty.
To see you. You look good as well, girl.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I like that hairdo, girl. Look at you.
Little something, my chocolate.
Ain't no wrong with it. That look nice. It looks very nice on you. It really does.
So what we got going on?
Girl, that doggone crate challenge. And
no, that's a mess.
The doctor has spoken.
Yeah, that's a mess. And I don't understand why people are doing that mess. They could kill themselves. I mean, break their necks. Like, ridiculous. They're falling on their backs, hurting themselves. They're hurting their limbs, everything. It's a mess.
It is. It is. I don't know what we can do to stop it for the simple fact they are getting paid off of this. Yeah, oh yeah, that's one of the big highlights about it. That they're getting paid for this. Yeah, they got the little crate bucket, and they all putting their money inside one of the extra crates, and then whoever wins, they get the pot, basically.
You know what? They can keep that little pot because I'm gonna keep my neck and my back. Forget that.
Exactly. Now, I do have a funny clip. When I tell you it's so funny, this is with Desi Banks, girl. And Desi Banks like, you know what? I got to put out some type of skit. That's what he said. He got to put out some type of skit.
Right.
Hopefully, it'll make a difference. I don't know, y'all. I have no idea. But we gonna go ahead. We gonna play it.
Okay.
Yes, girl. This Desi Banks. This is a skit, y'all. It is a skit. We play Desi Banks all the time. So we're gonna mute ourselves. Rhonda, I'll go ahead and I'll mute you. And I'm gonna mute myself. And here we go.
The floodgates of heaven. Oh, man. I'm like, gonna do a fucking crate challenge, bro. Damn, bro. Oh, I told you, bro. I sat there and told you, bro. I just said, bro, all you gotta do is just start right. When it starts saying, oh, sir. I'm saying this shit killed. Let it rain. Just listen to me, bro. Let it rain. Great challenge, man. Sir, you can't. Bro, this is my boy, bro. This is my boy. I'm not going nowhere. This is my boy. Consecrated.
Girl, Desi is a mess. It is a mess.
That's crazy. I mean, people do anything for $1. Like, that's crazy.
It's
I
crazy.
can imagine. That's ridiculous.
I mean, they are literally falling. So some of them try to be a little smart and stack them in the grass.
Right.
Can't get hurt. But you have some ignorant people that's actually doing it on concrete.
Concrete. Right. Terrible idea.
Yes. That's ridiculous.
Yes. Yes. Ridiculousness. I mean, who comes up with this stuff anyway? Where do they get these ideas?
That's what we're trying to figure out. Like, who was the first person to do the crate challenge?
Exactly, like ridiculous. And then I saw one girl, she had on high heels. Did you see her?
Yep, she had on her high heels and she made it all the way across.
She actually did that. She did it. Yeah, but
yeah.
But
we don't try. Y'all, we got to do something to try to get this crate challenge under control. I don't know if you saw that clip that I just played, and they were talking about they said the doctor clip. And yeah, the doctor clip that I just played, and they had a sign by the crates for 99 cents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but now they're trying to say that wasn't what they meant. They were talking about the milk inside the crates.
Inside the crates. Right.
I don't believe them. They probably letting them go for 99 cents.
Wow. And people were buying them, just buying them up.
People were just buying them up. Buying them and just hoping that nothing happens to them. For $1. For $1.
What they need to do, these hospitals, that they can't do it though. But if they put on there, you get hurt by the crate challenge, we are not, insurance will not cover it.
It's a done deal. It's a done data.
Yes, because that was all your stupidity, your fault.
Yep. Nobody asked you to do it.
Exactly. Ridiculous.
Nobody asked you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and girl, I said I wasn't gonna show none. I said I was not gonna show a crate challenge, but I got to show this one. I got to.
Let's see.
Because things has really gotten out of hand now, y'all.
Ridiculous.
So let me see. Hold on. They said it's sensitive. It ain't sensitive. Look at this shit. They got the law involved, girl. Look at that. You're supposed to be out there protecting and damn serving. The popo. But you see, he got up awfully quick.
Wow.
And now, what if he would have failed and his gun went off and shot one of the black asses?
That's dumb ass shit for real. I'm just flabbergasted. Just crazy. I don't get it. I don't understand.
No. Hey, Sherelle. Sherelle said, while COVID is at an all-time high. Yes, he out there doing the crate challenge. trying to get in good with our community.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
He said, I'm just gonna be stupid with him.
Exactly. He probably getting a check for it too.
Yeah.
They probably had a little huddle. And they was like, look, we're gonna go ahead and send your ass on out there. We're gonna give you an extra $1,500 because you know they gonna pay him good, Rhonda.
Right.
Yeah. If it was a black officer, they probably would have gave him an extra $100 bonus check.
Oh, not $100.
$100 bonus check out the door. Take it or leave it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into this next clip. This man, we don't have a lot of information on this one just yet. It's kind of fresh, but a man was killed during a rap music video filming a rap music video. I'm sorry. So we're gonna get into this news clip. Y'all know it's Peachy News, baby. Peachy News. We doing number news tonight, baby. So here we go.
45 rounds at people filming a rap music video. One man was killed, and tonight the shooting has some neighbors concerned for the safety of their community. Our Michael Laparty is live in Lamarck tonight with the new developments. Michael?
Christine, the case is now in the hands of detectives here at the police department, though the shooting happened about a mile over in this direction. One woman told us off camera this was so loud she hit the ground, while another neighbor said he then checked his home for bullet holes. A quiet afternoon followed what police say was a deadly night near this quick stop on Lake Road in Lamarck. Neighbors who didn't see the shooting told me they definitely heard it.
They shot 30 to 40 times. I mean, just boom, boom, right there.
Alan Lamb and his brother David both live about a block away.
I just heard a barrage of gunshots, a pause, and another barrage of gunshots.
Officers later found a 35-year-old man dead behind the building and roughly 45 spent shell casings.
It's kind of scary because, you know, when I'm shooting like that, you don't know where they're going. They shoot this way, that way, or whatever.
Police say the victim was filming a music video with a rap group when a vehicle pulled into the parking lot and opened fire into the crowd. Whoever was shooting may have hit the wrong person. At this point, police do not believe the victim was the intended target.
It makes me feel not safe because I could get in the crossfire. It's an open field between here and that store.
David says he later checked his home for bullet holes. And while police are reviewing footage from the store, they have not released any details yet on a possible suspect. Police did say the suspect vehicle is a black four-door car, possibly a Dodge. They have not released the victim's name yet. We're live in Lamarck tonight. Michael Laparty, KPRC 2 News.
Michael.
It's a sad situation, y'all. Sad situation. They out there. They trying to make their money, trying to do their thing, take care of their family and everything, and then pow, 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 pow.
Right, right. It's too much violence. It has got to stop. It's ridiculous. It's too much.
Is it like every day?
Yes, yes, every day. More than once a day. I mean, it's
exactly
a mess.
Exactly. You know, Chicago was doing like over 100 shootings in a weekend.
Wow.
In one weekend. Just last weekend, the numbers have went down. So it was 44 shootings in a weekend.
Wow, that's still way too many.
Way too many. Way too many. Hey, mama. My mama said she watching. What's going on, girl? But yeah, it's way too many shootings.
Yes, it is. It's way too many shootings. People are innocent. People are getting caught in the crossfires. I mean, it's I can't understand it. I can't understand it. And it's worse and worse.
It is. It's getting worse and worse. Next Wednesday, I will have Tiffany Owens on the show. She will be coming on speaking on Peachy News next Wednesday. And we may have an extra special guest just as well, along with her. And we're going to see how this turn out. You know, she's still fighting justice for her daughter, you know, and for her son as well, because she lost both of them to gun violence, you know, but she's really trying to get closure.
Right.
People out there be knowing what's going on. They know who did something, and they won't say nothing at all.
Yeah, they won't speak. Yeah, that's the code of the streets. They won't speak, and it's sad.
Very, very sad. Very, very sad. So we're gonna go ahead, y'all, moving right along. We're gonna get into this story right here. This story right here touched my heart. You know, I have two different clips because one clip is saying that the kids was 8 and 10. And another clip is saying the kids were 6 and 7. But y'all listen to this story. Here we go.
Well, this morning we are tracking breaking news out of East Houston, where a father was shot to death while driving on the East Freeway along the Service Road and Holland Street.
His two kids were also in the car when that shooting happened. KPRC 2's Rochelle Turner joined us now live from the scene with the very latest. Rochelle?
Good morning, Sophia and Cambrell. This is a very tragic story. Houston police are still out here. They've been investigating for several hours, but as you guys mentioned, we learned that a father was shot and killed while driving on the East Freeway. His two sons in the back seat when it happened. Right now, Houston police don't know if this was a road rage incident, but they're still trying to figure out exactly what happened. Take a look at some of this video. Police say the shooting happened around 10:40 last night on the East Freeway. Police say the man was shot in the head while driving. The man had his two sons, who are 7 and 10, in the car, and they quickly jumped into action.
So right now we don't know if it was a road rage incident. We're not real sure what exactly occurred. Our detectives are on the scene, and hopefully we'll figure out who did this.
So the little boys actually thought it was a rock when they heard the gunshot pop off, and they ran over to a Chili's just right here down the street. A worker saw them and they called 911. There was a San Jacinto police officer who was working at the movies nearby. He ran over and held the scene until Houston police got here. At this hour, police say they are still searching for the shooter. If you know anything about this shooting, give Houston police a call. We're now reporting live.
Now, before Rhonda come back up, we're going to go ahead and get into the second clip that goes along with this. And this second clip gives more details as far as what the kids did. And that's what I really want you guys to see and listen to. So here we go.
A man was shot and killed in front of his sons. Detectives say that father was driving when he was fatally wounded, leaving his young sons to steer that car off the road. The shooting happened on the East Freeway along the service road at Holland Street. KPRC2's Rochelle Turner has the latest on the investigation.
This grassy area behind me on the East Freeway service road is where two little boys guided their father's car after he was shot in the head while driving. Now Houston police need your help finding the person who pulled the trigger. For almost 12 hours, homicide detectives focused their investigation on this white Toyota Tundra.
So what occurred, we have one adult male that's in this vehicle behind me that's been shot in the head one time.
Police say the man was 29 years old. He was driving in the east main lanes on the freeway with his two sons, who are 6 and 8 years old.
The little boys thought someone threw a rock at the car because they heard the pop and they saw their father slump over. Well, those boys were able to get up and guide the steering wheel and come off the freeway and come all the way through Holland and end up right here.
Luckily, the boys were not hurt. They ran to this Chili's restaurant for help. A worker saw them and called 911.
So right now we don't know if it was a road rage incident. We're not real sure what exactly occurred. Our detectives are on the scene, and hopefully we'll figure out who did this.
Police say the suspect was driving a white passenger car. They are urging anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers. Reporting in East Houston, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.
I sure hope they get his ass. I sure hope they get him.
Me too.
Now you see how them superhero babies came on through?
Yes.
We're gonna bring this on in. We're gonna bring it on in. We're gonna bring it on in.
They did that. You know what? Those kids are gonna be traumatized forever. That's just not okay. That is not okay.
Exactly. You know, I couldn't imagine. You're 9 years old. If they was 7 and 10, because they got two different ages that they gave.
Yeah.
So if they was 7 and 10 years old, you know they ain't never drove nothing a day in their life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no license, they ain't got no permits. And look how God took over the wheel.
Sure did.
You know, we quick to play around and say, Lord, take the wheel. Take the wheel. You know.
Literally, he did.
He literally took the wheel.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did that.
Right.
You know, most kids would have been screaming and hollering.
Right.
Daddy, wake up, Daddy, get up.
Yeah.
And they just jumped right into action.
They did that. Oh.
I'm proud of them babies. I'm so proud of them. And came out of that without not one scratch.
Yes. Thank God.
Yeah, it was nothing but God.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I want to get into this right here. I'm not gonna play it all. I'm play just a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna explain it, what all happened. So we're gonna mute ourselves and.
Of 35, stop everything you're doing right now. After a lifetime of eating fatty
your life. It's good to get a checkup. All right, let's get to the featured story here today on Hip Hop News Uncensored. Before I even get into it, man, I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to what I'm about to get in today. Now, according to the Hartford Courant, right, these two individuals, they pretty much opened up for Jim Jones a while ago, and they were just arrested. Now, let me get to the reason that they were arrested and why they got arrested, and then we'll get. So you see the flyer right there. I'll put it up on the screen. Out in Connecticut, I think Waterbury, Connecticut. They was opening up for Jim Jones on July the 24th. So here's what they're saying. They're saying that these two individuals, were arrested for their alleged involvement in a drive-by shooting shortly after they left the stage on July 24th. So pretty much they're saying that they opened up for Jim Jones, they left, and they said after that, surveillance footage allegedly, outside the venue captured gunfire from an SUV toward pedestrians near the venue, which wound up killing a 37-year-old man and wounding two others. Now, one of the brothers was arrested on August the 10th, while the other one was arrested just recently, August the 19th, per the police report. Now, both are being charged with murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and 2 counts of first-degree assault. Now, additionally, one of the individuals is facing multiple weapons charges and a charge of reckless endangerment in connection with the shooters. Now, here's how these dudes were ultimately caught, right? They're saying that the two were identified after one of the victims told police that the man who shot him wore a red mask, and apparently it was the same red mask that they allegedly wore that night where they're either on stage, about to get on stage, that night that they performed, opened it up for Jim Jones. That's how they said that they put 2 and 2 together. Now, club surveillance footage showed one man pulled down allegedly his red mask to reveal his face to the crowd during the performance before pulling it back up. So he was on stage, and they're saying that he pulled, he showed his face and he had the red mask on.
Now, I wanted y'all to hear that very closely, how this dummy just told on himself.
Okay.
Wanted for murder. You go and commit a crime with that same mask on that you was performing that probably went viral. Well, I don't know, they local, but still.
Right.
It probably went viral, and here you then lift up your mask and showed your face.
The world's dumbest criminals, stupid.
Yes. Yes. You know this was recorded.
Yeah.
Go out and use the same mask to shoot and kill somebody. Yes, Queen Z. Queen Z said just stupid. Just stupid.
Absolutely.
I had to make sure I showed y'all that one just to get a little giggle, a little small giggle out of that one, because when somebody passes away and gets shot, there's nothing funny about that at all. No. But this just lets y'all know that shit is crazy out here in these streets.
It is. It is. Very much so.
Yes.
It's alarming. No, it's alarming. It's happening way too often.
It really is. And y'all, we're finna go ahead and get into our little commercial right quick.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Hey.
And we're back. And don't forget to check me out on His 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. Each and every Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. Thank you, girl. I had to get that shit out, Get my plug in whenever I can, girl. Get my plug in.
Right.
Rhonda, are you enjoying yourself so far?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
I'm so thankful that you came to join us tonight. And
Thank you for having me.
This is your second, third time joining?
It is I believe second.
Second time. Okay, second time. Well, baby, I'm so happy. This is your first time joining Peachy Tea Time.
Yes, first time.
Okay, first time joining Peachy Tea Time. So, baby, I'm so glad you came. Thank you, boo.
No problem. Anytime.
Yes. So we're about to get into Georgia. We're coming on home, Rhonda. We're coming on home, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, some of these parents weren't too happy about the kids having to wear masks to school every day.
They weren't happy?
They weren't happy. Some was happy, some wasn't. So we're going to see who was it. Here we go.
All right.
Meanwhile, tonight, the Henry County School Board is tightening COVID protocols to handle a surge in cases. And some parents had a lot to say about what this means for masks in classrooms. John Chiric was there for the yelling and shouting.
A shouting match over masks. Parents on both sides of the mask debate, here to speak their minds to the Henry County School Board. But Henry County School Superintendent suddenly canceled the in-person public hearing because the school board had just reinstated tight indoor COVID safety restrictions. The board adjourned the meeting. Only board member Mackenzie Daniels stayed behind to listen, and he got an earful. Parent Sharon Poindexter.
The cowardness that exhibit here by people leaving. Yes, is it a challenging subject to deal with? Yes, but you don't walk out. You don't walk out on the people that pay your bills.
Henry County Schools began the school year last week with a mask optional policy. But late Monday afternoon, the board imposed a mask mandate for all, effective immediately, because cases and hospitalizations are increasing so rapidly.
Still need to make sure that every mitigation strategy at our disposal should be employed.
I would say if it's enforced and if it's taken seriously, yes, we do feel a little more comfortable.
We were hoping the school board would recognize the fact that it should be the parents' choice whether to muzzle our children or not.
The controversy, the uproar continues, along with the sharp increases in COVID cases.
Again, masks are now required in all Henry County classrooms as of first thing in the morning. Also, the school system is offering teachers and staff $1,000 each to get vaccinated before the end of September. Jennifer.
All right, John, a very testy situation out there tonight. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Things looking like fightish.
What was that? I mean, what were they angry about? The kids wearing masks. They need to be wearing masks. These cases are going up again.
Exactly.
What are you getting mad about? Oh, you mad because your kid's not sick yet? What? Oh, the people. They make me
see. You see how she called it a Muslim.
Okay. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, my kid is in high school. She's a junior in high school now. And yes, she goes with her mask. And she keeps her nose, mouth, she's covered.
Exactly.
I do not want her to get that. And I don't want her bringing nothing home.
And that's why I don't understand why was the white people so against it.
Exactly. Like, what? A lot of people are against the mask, and I don't know why. You want to get sick and die? Like, is that what you want?
Exactly. Because it's not just, I must make that clear. It's not just the white people, y'all. It's some of us too. It's some of us that don't want to wear our masks.
Right. True.
I see them in stores and everything. Come right on in with no mask on.
They do. I see it a lot. Like, they just don't care. They just want to breathe in the vid. They just want the vid.
Yeah, they just want it, apparently.
Exactly.
They want some time off of work. Maybe they tired.
You know what? Get a time out of life. How about that? You gonna go? feet under. Keep playing. And then they said COVID then transformed into something else.
The Delta variants.
Yeah, it's like there's a different strain out there now. These people, they're crazy.
And you don't want your child, not you. We ain't complain about you. We complain about your child. We want your child to wear a mask.
Exactly.
And you sitting up there getting mad.
People kill me. They kill me.
Yes, and it's a lot, and the numbers are increasing just well because these kids went back to school.
Right.
Yep. Queen Z said no parent wants to bury their child, shot or not shot. Please wear your mask. This shit is real. Wear your mask, y'all. Wear your mask.
Wear your mask. Absolutely.
Niggas said we always got to show our ass no matter where we go.
That's ridiculous. My mask.
They down there supposed to be coming up with a resolution. She probably thought that camera was on her. We go ahead and act a fool.
She started acting.
Yeah. Queen Z said, but they are comfortable with walking around their children on a leash.
Right. Okay.
That's probably why she said a muzzle.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Yes. So y'all, we finna get into our main topic for tonight. We do have like 3 or 4 clips on this, which is all news articles. This is like breaking news everywhere. This happened a couple days ago. Very, very sad. Very sad. This is about the 4-year-old in Tampa, Florida, who was shot while I'm gonna let y'all see. Here we go.
With a devastating drive-by shooting in East Tampa, taking the life of a 4-year-old girl. It happened on 43rd Street and Hillsborough Avenue in East Tampa before 9:30 last night. Police say this was not a random act. Our Heather Lee has more from the scene after obtaining surveillance video from a local business there. It shows a car shooting at another vehicle several times before the car crashes into a light pole. Heather spoke to a man who says he not only witnessed what happened, but rushed over to see if he could help.
Well, it was a scary moment.
Francisco Cancel is still trying to process what he saw Sunday night.
It felt fake. It felt like I was dreaming. I can't. It's a strange feeling. It's a feeling that you got to go through it to believe it.
Around 9 p.m., the Tampa Police Department says a 4-year-old was shot and killed. And in this security footage given to us by a nearby business, you can see what happened. A silver Infiniti was driving westbound on Hillsborough Avenue. A second car comes into frame and begins to fire at the Infiniti from behind. We've slowed down the video and chose not to show shots fired out of respect for the family. Seconds later, the car takes off and the Infiniti crashes into a utility pole.
I'm a father of 5, so I did what I would with any father. I ran to that car, avoided the mom, see the mom is okay, and went straight for the baby.
Cancel says his biggest concern was getting the child out of the car because he says the pole looked like it was going to snap in half.
If that baby's in that car, why I can't be in that car with that baby? You know what I'm saying? Why I can't be? She's in there, I'm going to go in there with her.
Cancel says he revived her a few times, giving her CPR, trying to save her life. Monday afternoon, the family of that 4-year-old came by to share photos. They tell us her name is Sunny.
Joyful person, laughing, loving, a typical 4-year-old, going to school, ready every day, back to school the first 2 weeks, ready for her pictures. You can tell by the pictures that we sent in. Lovable.
Cancel hopes the person who did this takes ownership.
I hope that his conscience eat him up enough where he said, you know what, I did wrong. And you know what, I'm a man up. I'm going to turn myself in. He killed a child. I think that should hurt you more. You should feel that more than anything. You know what I mean?
Heather Lee, ABC Action News.
That's a sad situation, y'all. That's a sad situation.
Very sad.
So what happened was the mama was in the car. We do not know who the third person that was in the car. but the child was in the back seat. They were driving down the street, just driving down the street, and then somebody came up on the side and just started shooting. They ended up crashing into a pole, and then that's when the gentleman that y'all saw ran over there, tried to get her out. He saw that the mama was okay, so that's how we know that the mom was in the car, because of that man. But they have not announced who the other person was that was in the car. They said it's not random, so that means it was meant for them. I don't think it was meant for the baby, of course.
Right.
But it was meant for them. And before you say anything, Rhonda, we're gonna go into the next clip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So and this is all about the 4-year-old, y'all. This is all about the 4-year-old. So here we go.
4-year-old kid that was killed probably innocent last night. You can't explain that to me.
But first, an outpouring of emotion from community leaders and loved ones after a 4-year-old girl is shot and killed. The tributes to her life in the video that could be key in tracking down her killer. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Wendy Ryan.
And I'm Jamison Euler. Loved ones are remembering Sunny Bell, who lost her life after someone fired a gun from a passing car into the one she was riding in. Tonight, Tampa police officers are still searching for the shooter.
ABC Action News reporter Julie Salomon attended a vigil and spoke to that little girl's grandmother, who's now pleading for information tonight.
1, 2, 3. Love you,
Friends and family releasing dozens of pink balloons Monday night in memory of 4-year-old Sunny Bell. Family held a vigil for the toddler who was shot and killed while riding in a car over the weekend. Her grandmother says anyone who met Sunny immediately fell in love.
It's a baby, a 4-year-old baby. It matters for any life, but a baby.
Tampa police say 2 adults were in the car with a 4-year-old. In security footage given to us by a nearby business, their vehicle, a silver Infiniti, was driving west on Hillsborough Avenue. A second car comes into frame and someone starts shooting at the Infiniti. We slowed down the video and chose not to show shots fired out of respect for the family. Seconds later, the Infiniti crashes into a utility pole. The shooting happened around 9 o'clock at night on Sunday along Hillsborough Avenue near 43rd Street.
We ultimately need more information to come in. So we have leads. We're working on leads. They're still out there working on leads now. But again, we know people saw what happened.
The toddler's grandmother says she prays for justice and will find strength in the Lord.
I just want justice, peace, and for my family to have a peace of mind, because it's not fair. It's not fair at all. I mean, my God. A 4-year-old baby? My God.
Tampa police say 2 adults were in the car with that toddler. They are cooperating with police. Tampa police say it does not appear to be a random shooting. Reporting in Tampa, Julie Salmon, ABC Action News.
That poor grandmother. You know, she seemed like she's just in shock at this time.
Man, that's sad.
It is.
4-year-old baby girl. Jeez.
You know, and Sunny, she looks so pretty.
She is
like she was the life of the 4-year-old parties.
But she was a beautiful little girl.
Yes. You know, and the mother has to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? I noticed.
Mama, I guess. They was after the mama?
Well, I'm not sure because we don't know who the third person that was in the car.
Oh, okay. So it was
the person that was in the car. I was with her.
The little girl, and then there was 2 adults in there.
Yes, it was 2 adults and a little girl.
Okay,
so we don't know exactly who the little girl was. I mean, not the little girl, who the third person was that was in that vehicle, unfortunately. So, y'all, all we could do is pray for them. I do have 2 more clips on it. So we're gonna go ahead because I wanna make sure that this get pushed out, y'all. That's why I do this. You know, stuff like this, we can't just play 1 clip because that means somebody just coming in, they may miss it. So here goes the next clip. Here we go.
And breaking news this morning, police are searching for answers after a 4-year-old was shot and killed while riding in a car.
This happened late last night along Hillsborough Avenue near 43rd Street. Christine McClarty is there for us this morning with the very latest on this investigation. Christine.
Good morning. Tampa police tell us they do not believe this deadly shooting was at random. Now, here on scene, there's still police here, but they're really here for TECO, the Tampa Electric Company, who was repairing the power pole. You can see the cherry pickers. There's men on there working on repairing this power pole right now. And we're told that that power pole was knocked down due to one of the cars running into it. The shooting happened just before midnight, ultimately killing a 4-year-old child. Police are still in the preliminary stages of this investigation, but they know the child was shot while inside a car that was moving. Dozens of evidence markers littering the crime scene for about 2 blocks. Police say the suspect or suspects shot from a car that was also driving at the time. After the shooting, one of the cars hit a power pole. We can only assume the victim's car. Police say the child that was in the car at the time was struck by a bullet, rushed to a nearby hospital where the child died. 8 on Your Side is still working to learn if the child was a boy or a girl, who else was in the car, and a possible motive behind the shooting. Now here's a live look again as they work to repair the scene, but traffic has opened up here on Hillsborough Avenue. Stay with 8 on Your Side for the latest on this investigation.
Yeah. I really don't know what to say with this one, because this was senseless.
Senseless. Absolutely. And they need to turn themselves in. They need
to. But Rhonda, you got to apply pressure. The community got to apply the pressure. I cannot stress that enough. In order for these criminals to get caught, these murderers to get caught, the police don't know. Because if they knew, they'll go get them.
Right, the streets have to talk. They've got to talk.
Exactly. These tips got to get the going.
Yeah.
You can't be afraid to tell what you know.
Right.
They make it anonymous. You don't even have to give your name.
Right, absolutely. It's got to be done. Or like you say, the cops don't know anything unless somebody tells them. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
And you best believe a lot of people that do these shootings and killings, they're young people. So they can't keep it a secret. They got to call up their homies. They got to call up their so-called girlfriends.
And brag about it. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so that's how everything is being put to the forefront. Now, Queen Z said, man, this has to stop. We already have a lot to deal with trying to stay alive. Lord, help us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're so right. Mm-hmm. So now they have offered a reward, a $10,000 reward in the shooting death of the 4-year-old. So this is the last clip, and here we go.
Okay.
Welcome back tonight. There's increased focus on the hunt for the killer of a 4-year-old Tampa girl. The Attorney General's office is ratcheting up the reward for information here. And family members and community activists are pleading for changes to keep this from happening again. Let's go to Fox 13's Evan Axelbank, who's live tonight at TPD headquarters. Evan, explain this for us.
Well, Crime Stoppers says that tips have been coming in, though detectives here still say they need the key tip. Activists say the no snitch culture needs to end, and that if it takes a reward to do so, then so be it.
State Rep Diane Hart sees a 4-year-old who was killed, a grieving family. And here's police say,
we know people saw what happened
and can't believe it's all happening in the community she was born in.
The community, it's time for us to stand up and say something. People who say to me, well, you just want people to be locked up. If you are a shooter, I want you locked up.
Nearly 48 hours since Sunny Bell was killed when the car she was riding in at Hillsborough and 43rd was struck by gunfire, activists are pleading with someone, anyone, to turn in the shooter.
These kids obviously don't seem to take life serious at all.
The investigation may center on this dark car, which was following the one Sunny was in just before the shooting. The Florida AG's office is increasing the reward for information from $5,000 to $9,500.
The case has been very active since it has happened. We have had some tips to come in. We would like to see more, but honestly, it just takes that one tip.
Crime Stoppers provides anonymity, which can be even more important, they found, than the money.
Most often we see people are doing it for the right reason.
TPD has seldom needed this many tips citywide. The mayor said Monday there were already more killings this year than in all of most years past. And instead of taking 800 guns off the street in an entire year, they've already recovered 1,000 by almost the end of August.
As parents, we got to take some responsibility for our youth. We must search our children's bedrooms. Many of these kids have these guns in their residences. We cannot just sit idle by and say, well, you know, there's nothing I can do.
I did speak to a family representative tonight, and they told me that they still have not yet set a date for little Sonny's funeral. Again, Crime Stoppers says that tips are anonymous. They're asking you to call in to solve little Sonny's murder. Back to you, Mark.
For sure. Let's hope they get the clue, the tip that they need. Evan Axelbank, live for 7.
Yeah, we got to start speaking out.
Yeah.
If we don't speak out, these are the type of things that we're going to have to deal with in our community. And like the woman said, the moms and dads, they have to start talking to their kids, searching their rooms, looking through their phones. Don't just do it one time and think, oh, I done searched my kid's phone all the time. I do it all the time, but you only did it one time.
So they're absolutely sure that this was a child that did this? Somebody who, living with their parents? I mean,
no. They're not saying that at all. Okay. They are just, what the woman is saying is just a lot of young people that's out here killing.
Oh yeah.
Blank.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it could have been a young person, 17, 16 years old.
It could.
But that's what's going on. These 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-olds that's still living in the house with their parents, they're doing this. They're hiding the guns there with their parents.
Yeah.
And they could be 18, 19 years old. But guess what? If you going out shooting and killing folks, 9 times out of 10, you are still living with your parents.
That's crazy. Just ridiculous.
Exactly. And if the community don't tell what they know, then you're just as guilty.
They're just guilty, yeah. And these folks will never get caught. They'll stay on the streets and keep killing people. That's what's going to happen.
Killing people.
Yeah.
Exactly. So a stop has to be put on this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Parents, please check your kids' phones. You can learn a lot through the phones. I assure you that. A lot of them is not smart enough to delete every text message that they get.
Right.
So check your kids' phones. Check their rooms. Check those duffel bags, baby.
Yeah.
Check them book bags, baby. See what they got in there. If you know your kid ain't coming home with homework every day, sitting at that table doing homework, but they carrying a book bag, you got to check that book bag.
Yeah, something.
See what's going on.
It ain't no books in it.
Thank you.
Right.
It could be a Glock in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a mess. Something has to happen. There's too many guns out here. The guns are getting into the hands of these kids. I mean, and mentally disturbed people. There's all kind of people who have weapons that shouldn't have weapons. Period.
Exactly.
It's too
much.
Do you
feel like it starts with the home, within the home?
Well, yeah, of course. It all starts with bringing these young people up as children and raising them properly. Because once they're raised properly, then they won't think about killing people. They'll give a damn about life. You know what I mean? Because right now, just like they said, they have no regard for human life. They don't care.
They don't value their life at all.
Value life at all. I mean, they'll blow somebody's head off and shrug it off like it's nothing.
Yeah.
They don't care anymore. They just don't care.
And the sad part about it is, Rhonda, is that a lot of these older guys, and you have older women too that's out there in these streets like this.
Right,
but they have these older people that, how can I say it? They befriend them and make them feel like I'm all you have.
Oh, yeah.
And then to turn around and say, hey, go shoot such and such for me.
Yeah,
I feel like they got to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of like being a part of the gang culture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of this is.
Yeah.
Gang related.
Yeah, they are being brought up by the gangs, and that's why a lot of this stuff is happening, because there aren't, sometimes a responsible parents around to actually teach the child something that they need to know. Information. Feed them information on how to live a proper life. I mean, and how to care for people, in life, period. And how to value themselves. First of all, it's something within that they're not happy about. It's something, it's the self-esteem. It's something that's going on, or it could just be plain mental. There's something going on if you don't care about somebody else's life or yours. Because when you're in a gunfight, you get shot too. You know what I mean? Not just the person. So I mean, it does have to start in the home.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you don't know. Like, you may feel like you got away with it, or for sure, I know for sure I could get away with this. You see what I'm saying? It's so many people that feel that way to where they don't think things will ever come back on them, Rhonda. They never get caught.
I believe in karma wholeheartedly. You gonna get yours. It's gonna come back. It's gonna. Yep.
And this next clip is a prime example of that. It was a man that was shot and killed. 15 years later, y'all. I hope y'all out there. Now, the killers shouldn't be watching my motherfucking show. Sorry, Mom, if you heard that. The killers shouldn't be watching Peachy Time. Okay? The killers ain't got time to watch me. But the killers' mamas may be watching Peachy Time, Rhonda.
Right.
Daddies might be watching Peachy Time, Rhonda.
Yes.
So this will let y'all talk to y'all kids.
Yes.
If you find a gun in his duffel bags, book bags, the drawers under the bed, under the mattress, if you find a gun, remind your child of this video. Because you may not get caught right then and there.
But you're gonna get yours. You're gonna get yours.
You will get yours.
It's coming. Oh, yeah, it's coming.
So here we go. We're going to get into this clip.
We're on top of a developing story here at 6 o'clock. Police make an arrest in the 2006 murder of star University of Miami football player Brian Pata. Good evening. I'm Elliot Rodriguez.
And I'm Lauren Pastrana. It took nearly 15 years, but tonight, one of Pata's teammates, Rashawn Jones, is charged in the cold case. CBS 4's Austin Carter is live at Miami-Dade Police Headquarters in Doral with those new details. Austin.
And Lauren, after 15 long years of waiting, police have arrested a former teammate who is now waiting to be transported back here to Miami-Dade County from Marion County. And what we do know from the state attorney's office is that this suspect had previous issues with the victim, and we don't know yet why it took so long now and why investigators have made this arrest just over a decade later. Taken 15 years ago, this picture shows teammates of murdered Brian Pata kneeling next to a banner with his picture on it at the first Miami Hurricanes home game after his death. But disturbingly enough, one of his teammates, seen here, number 38, is the man who police say killed Pata. Miami-Dade police arresting 35-year-old Rashawn Jones with the help of U.S. Marshals.
I can only hope that this brings the Pata family a little bit of closure, a little bit of satisfaction, knowing that at least the person who took Brian's life is now in custody.
Pata was gunned down in 2006 in the parking lot of his Kendall apartment while returning home from practice.
He was 22 years old.
His whole world revolved around football and his family. So it's not like he had a lot of enemies. He wasn't involved in any criminal element. He's a young man who was looking forward to a future in the NFL.
And that future ripped away by one of his own teammates, according to police. The suspect was a former defensive back for UM. Over the years, police and devastated family members, including Pata's own mother, pleaded for answers.
This is not easy for me because 10 years and a half, we never we don't hear nothing. Nothing, no phone call.
And police now credit the community with help in this arrest.
Even if we got 1,000 tips, but only one of them was the one that actually put the pieces together, that's what it took. And that's exactly what happened in this case.
Okay, and today we also learned that Jones told police shortly after Pata's death that he was nowhere near anything that happened or knew anything about what happened. He told investigators that he was at home at the time. However, police were able to figure out that his cell phone actually showed up at a nearby tower, his cell phone registering up there just 2 miles away from the crime scene. Now, coming up on CBS 4 News at 7, you'll actually hear from the state attorney discussing this arrest.
1,000 tips, but only one of them.
Sorry, y'all. I wanted to make sure I get to this picture right here so y'all can see this picture. Look how his black ass looking down on him. And he the killer.
Oh, my goodness.
He the killer. Look how he looking at him. They're all knelt their knees on the ground, kneeling. And he's sitting up there looking at him, knowing he the one that damn did it.
Just evil.
You're right, just evil.
Mm-hmm.
Just plumb evil.
Yep.
Now, word on the streets, y'all. Word on the streets. You know, everything is allegedly. But, you know, the missus do her research, baby.
Right.
The word on the street is that him, the one that y'all see on the ground, on the little cover thing, him and the guy that's highlighted on here got into a fight. They got into a fight over a girl.
Oh, Lord.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly. They got into a fight over a girl, and they both got sent home from practice that day. And that same night, this buddy got killed. That same night. So, 15 years later, because of the cell phone towers and everything, they was able to pick him up. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time that them parents had to cry many a tears.
Right.
For their son. But he was caught. He was caught. My mom says so many parents are still trying to party and stay out all night and leaving their children home alone with time on their hands. That's how so many children get caught in the street life. I agree with you, Mama. I agree. You know, and some of them aren't out partying. Some of them is working.
Yeah.
Some of them got to work 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet.
Absolutely.
Because they decide to have all these damn kids.
Right.
You know, I'm just keeping it 100. They decide to have all these kids, and they have to provide for them.
Right.
Now, when your child is out doing something that they're not supposed to be doing, and you know that they are out there doing what they're not supposed to be doing, Rhonda, I'm going to ask you, what do? You still got to go to work. Some people got first, second, and third shift jobs.
Right.
Some people just got first and third. But you know your child out there messing up. You know your child ain't going to school. But you study going to work, providing for them. Because if you don't provide for them, who else is going to provide for them? So as a mother, as a single mother, what do you suggest? I mean, how do you feel about that?
That's
take them down.
It's such a hard call. I mean, because if you have to work like that and the child, well, eventually this is it. So if we're talking about a child who's supposed to be in school, we'll say that. Okay. basically, if the child doesn't go to school like they're supposed to and they're getting into trouble, they're going to get a truancy anyway. They're going to have to go through the courts. Then they're going to have to go ahead and they'll possibly be sentenced to juvenile. And then from juvenile, then it's possible they have to go to a group home. That's normally what happens. Okay. And I'd let that ride out. And actually, part of a true story. True to life.
Yeah.
It had to happen.
But at least the parent is trying to do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people are ignoring that their child is bad as hell.
Yeah. Now see, that's
walking these streets at night.
Yeah, you can't ignore it. Something has to be done about it because that's how we end up with murders and rapists, and then you got armed robberies. You know what I mean? And assaults.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't ignore it. Something has to be done about it. Something has to. Yes.
Exactly. Well, we're going to get into our say that again, Rhonda.
Some type of counseling or something. Get them some kind of help. Some kind of help.
And then, I also blame the governor and the mayor for not providing enough stuff in the community for our kids to do things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's nothing for them to do, really, in these small areas, in these small cities.
Right.
In Atlanta and Georgia, there's plenty of stuff for kids to do. But when you have those very small towns, it's not a lot for them to do.
Right. And a child has to stay busy because an idle mind makes a devil's playground. It really does.
Yeah.
They have to stay busy doing something productive or they're going to get in trouble. That's just life. It's going to happen. They're going to get in trouble. So that's why you have a lot of kids, football, soccer, basketball, all kind of stuff. Stay busy. They have to be busy. Right.
And them folks charging an arm and a leg for their kids to come and join those programs.
Right.
But at the same time, to keep your kids off the streets, I pay it.
Yeah.
Keep my child safe, I pay it.
And if there's any grants or anything, sometimes in YMCAs, they have like grants that can help, parents who are low income and stuff like that. There's something out there to help. Something. Exactly. Go to church. Churches can help.
Exactly.
Get involved in something positive.
And back to what you were saying about the YMCA. Yes. A lot of us feel like the YMCA is very expensive. But yes, you are right. They do have a program.
Right.
For people that has low income.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you may pay. I know when I called, they was like $80 $81 a month for a full family. For a family of 4, I think it was. But if you are a low income family, it'll be like $30 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't shit free, y'all. Ain't nothing free. That's a good discount from versus $80
You pay a third of it.
You pay a third of it. Exactly.
It's not for a whole family. It's not bad.
For a whole family, that's not bad at all.
Nope.
But you got to get these kids in something.
Yes, they have to stay busy. They have to be busy with something.
Yeah. Well, we're finna get into our last clip for the night besides our motivation. This one is another one that kind of touched my heart. It was an off-duty police officer. He went out to New Orleans, I believe it was, visiting with his homies. It was his homies.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't make it back home. So sad. So here we go.
News begins right now with breaking news.
And they cowardly shot 2 victims. Y'all know I'm very respectful of people. But right now, I'm damn mad. It makes no sense.
Breaking right now at 10 o'clock, an off-duty police officer from New Orleans shot and killed while having dinner at a restaurant in the Galleria area. Another victim in the hospital tonight in critical condition.
Now police are looking for the 2 people who they say committed the crime. Take a look at your screen.
Police just releasing these surveillance images of 2 men wanted in that deadly shooting. They're asking anyone to come forward with information.
That shooting happened just after 5 o'clock tonight at the Grotto restaurant on West Tyme near West Loop South. And that is where we find KPRC2's Bill Barajas, who joins us live tonight.
And Bill, what can you tell us about the investigation?
Well, lots of questions right now as to why this turned deadly. All indications from the Houston Police Department and Police Chief Troy Finner are that the victims complied with the suspects who were attempting to rob them. They complied with their demands. The chief trying to figure out why one of those suspects decided to fire. Now, as you mentioned, an off-duty New Orleans police officer shot and killed someone he was with, also from New Orleans, was taken to the hospital. He is in critical condition. This all played out at the Grotto restaurant on the patio there. Chief Troy Finner calling on the city to come together and help put these men behind bars. These were just put out. Houston police saying the images show the suspect responsible for the shooting and their getaway car.
You got a group of individuals visiting our city, sitting on the patio, enjoying dinner. 2 suspects approach from the side on the patio, present guns, demanding articles. All the witnesses and the victims say everybody complied. One of the suspects fired, shooting 2 individuals.
The scene unfolding in broad daylight. One of the victims, an off-duty New Orleans police officer, dying from his injuries. The other man in critical condition. Chief Troy Finner says he's unsure if the off-duty officer was carrying his weapon.
Did they at any point, the off-duty officer at any point tried to stop these guys? Or were they...
I don't think so. What I'm hearing is everybody complied, and they cowardly shot 2 victims.
Crime scene tape was used to rope off access to the popular Galleria area restaurant. This clearly a couple expecting to dine in were instead turned away.
You think of this area, the Grotto specifically, is a really nice place to go. Never had a second thought about coming here to this restaurant in this location. And it makes you stop and think. It can happen anywhere.
Chief Finner pleading with the public to help put these suspects behind bars and to be on the lookout for the getaway car.
A gray or silver Altima 4-door vehicle with paper plates.
And Chief Troy Finner telling us that off-duty New Orleans police officer was a father of 2. He was visiting the city with a group of friends. Now, we reached out to the New Orleans Police Department. In a statement, their superintendent, Sean Ferguson, said, quote, "We have been made aware of this incident. We are certain the Houston Police Department will work diligently to find the perpetrators of this terrible crime. We are praying for the family of our fallen officer. We are also praying for the family of the second victim in this incident." Of course, this is a developing story. We'll continue to follow it and bring you the very latest as it comes in to us.
So this man was from New Orleans, visiting Houston with his homies in a very extravagant area, apparently, where they never thought no shit would go down.
Right.
And these little 2 dusty ass boys come up and rob them. They complied, gave them everything that they wanted, and they still turned around and shot them.
Right.
That is so sad.
That is very sad. Yes, 2
off-duty police officer had no idea. I'm sure they had no idea that they done shot a police officer. When they get caught, y'all might as well say y'all goodbyes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Y'all ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Very crazy.
Hard to wrap your head around that. You know, we all go to Buckhead here in the ATL. We all go downtown to these extravagant restaurants. And, oh, come on, girl, let's sit outside. It's a beautiful day. Never would expect for no shit to go down at these nice, extravagant restaurants. Why? Because you know they got cameras.
Yeah, you know they got cameras, but you know they got money down there too. That's what it is. That's street life, trying to get that fast dollar. That's what it is. That's
so sad.
So sad. Very sad.
It is. So, y'all, I want to remind y'all, because we are at the end of the show. Rhonda, girl, you did good, girl. We can play our motivation, but I want to remind everybody that my husband's birthday is Saturday, but we are going to celebrate his birthday on Friday on the show. We're on Peachy Talks. We're going to ask that any and everybody call in throughout the entire show to wish him a happy birthday. We will stop the show, baby, and answer your call, baby, so that you can wish him a happy birthday. Now I'm telling y'all now, don't be calling up here acting crazy and shit. I will cut you off.
Oh wow.
Happy birthday, Polly, and that's it. That's
it. Wow. Don't mess with the missus, honey.
Yes, be respectful, baby. Be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we gotta get to this commercial, y'all. We gotta get to this commercial before we go into our motivation, baby. Here we go. All right, and we are back, baby. We are back. Don't forget to check out your girl, the missus. I'm on all platforms. Well, not all of them. So many platforms out there around. Goodness gracious, there's so many of them.
Period.
Yes, but you can check me out on YouTube, Peachy Tea Time. You can check me out on Facebook, which is Tanilla She's Davis. You can check me out on IG, which is the Mrs. 2007, or you can reach me on IG as Peachy Tea Time. And time is spelled with the Y just as well. Now, for everybody that has not, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go over there and subscribe. What the hell y'all waiting on? Go subscribe. Go now. Not right now. You wait till this motivation over. Not right now. Also, please check out my website, www.peachyteatime.com. Time is spelled with the Y. Once again, my shirts, my Peachy Kisses shirts, they're on there. My Peachy Tea Time shirts is on there just as well. Don't forget to check me out next Wednesday. Rhonda is so much. It's time for church announcements. Time for the announcements, y'all. Don't forget to check me out next Wednesday. I will be interviewing. Well, I don't even want to call it an interview. We're going to have a discussion with Tiffany Owens and our very own special guest just as well. They will be on the show, y'all. It's going to be very, very tough, very emotional, but somebody got to do it. We're going to do it. What's up, MP in the building? We're going to do it. And I always say you got to apply pressure. Applying pressure when it comes to these people out here in these streets that's doing wrong. You know what's going on. You have to apply pressure.
Yes.
Okay? And that's going to be my motto for right now, Rhonda. Applying pressure.
That's it.
You know? You got to. You got to. So we're finna get into this motivation. And here we go. Let me mute us.
There's people in here far superior than me. But there's no one in here that's gonna work harder than me. We get up at 5:30 in the morning, it's pissing rain outside. Our competition's sleeping. I love that.
I will not be outworked, period.
Where I excel is ridiculous, sickening work ethic. While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working.
Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft.
The commodity, the majority of people who aren't achieving the things that they want is strictly based on hustle. It's strictly based on being outworked. It's strictly based on missing crucial opportunities.
You might outwork me for 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, but you ain't gonna beat me over a year. You can't outwork me over 2 years. I'm gonna get you eventually. I'm a dripping damn faucet. I just keep coming at you. I'm too damn tough to give up. Most people half-ass half their life all the time. I knew they were going to get tired. They were going to get down. They quit improving themselves. They start sleeping in. I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to get up early. I'm going to keep getting wide. I'm going to stay relentless.
I might not be the fastest, the strongest, the smartest, none of that crap, but I'll work your ass, and I flat out want it more than you. It's relentlessness, man. It's pushing past barriers. It's every time you get somewhere, it's wanting to go to the next level. You guys are entitled to What you're entitled to is an opportunity to show up and be your best. Everyone's like, oh, Craig, you're lucky. You got this, Craig. You're lucky. Everything you do is luck. Bullshit. Because before it was luck, it was a belief. And every day with no one watching at 5 in the morning by myself, I trained it because I believed in it. In hopes that one day my trained ability collided with an opportunity to show it off. That's what luck is. That's what success is. Nothing subjective in there. It's all you. You got to look at how much you're working. You got to look at how much effort you're making, the intention you're putting out there.
You got to cross the line in life. You got to go where nobody else wants to go. You got to work the hours nobody else wants the hours.
You have to resolve yourself today that you're going to dominate, that you're not average and ordinary. There has to become a point where you make a decision. We're going to dominate. We're here to win. We are not here to play. And that takes some intestinal fortitude. I'm where I'm at because I just flat decided I'm going to be a player. I decided at some point I get to choose who I am. The world doesn't tell me who I am. I write these chapters.
You don't need the world's permission. You don't need anyone's permission to be great. Only permission you need is from that motherfucker who stares at you back in the mirror every day and a willingness to do the hard fucking work longer, harder, and better than anyone. So what are you going to do? Are you going to buy another success program looking for the secret recipe that doesn't exist? Or are you going to go do something right fucking now and do something that brings you closer to greatness? That's your choice.
That's your choice, y'all. That's your choice. I always play my motivation at the end of the show because I want y'all to get off this show, go subscribe to YouTube by Peachy Tyme. But I want y'all to get off this show, get ready for bed, go to sleep, and think about my motivation that I play for y'all. Don't think about the show. Don't think about all these killings that done went on that I showed y'all. Don't think about the celebrity gossip that I show y'all. Don't think about what we talk about on Peachy Talk. Think about the motivation, because to me, that's the most important part of my show is the motivations. We all only have 24 hours in a day. Don't nobody got 25. Don't nobody got 26 and 27. Don't nobody got 4 hours in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day to make things happen for ourselves, for our family, for our kids, for everybody. You see what I'm saying, Rhonda? You got to remember 24. If you don't remember nothing else that I ever tell y'all, remember we got 24 hours in a day. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. Even when you go to school and you're not elementary, but you're in high school, junior high, remember I have 24 hours in a day to be successful, to succeed. You can't just sit there and say, oh, I'm going to be a superstar one day, y'all.
Right.
But then just sit there and wait to become that superstar. You got to put in the work.
Yep.
It won't be easy. This shit I do right now, it ain't easy at all. Rhonda, me and you just talked about all of this last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I told you, this is hard. With me having such little babies. You know, they ain't babies, but they little. You know?
Right.
6 and 4. And then having a full-time job working overtime.
Right.
And got a husband. It ain't easy, but this is what I love to do. This is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. I love helping people. I want to be able to bring this all out to you all so that y'all can see what y'all see in your community is going on everywhere. It's just not going on in your community in front of your front doors. I could go on and on, Rhonda. You already know me, baby. So what you got to say?
I mean, it's a lot going on, but we still have to live, laugh, and love.
Mm-hmm.
And just stay prayed up. It's a lot happening in this world, but we just got to look to God and just pray hard, take care of our kids the best way we know how. And it takes a village to raise a child. Help out with anyone else if you can.
Exactly. And parents need to be open to that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't know these kids, don't be trying to whoop on their ass and shit like that. You don't know these folks. You don't know these parents. You just out here trying to whoop on ass because you talk about, oh, it takes a village. It takes a village. No.
No. I didn't say nothing about whooping on my kids.
Girl, you know I am. I got whoop them. Got whoop sometimes. Got to. But what I'm saying is, you have to be able to discipline other people's kids. That don't mean put your hands on them. No. You know, but reach out. Talk to them.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just walk past and act like you don't see what they doing.
Right. Exactly.
Now, you know the kids that you can say something to.
Mm-hmm.
You know the kids that you better not say not one word to.
Some of them just totally disrespectful. They just have no respect. None.
Yep. And it starts within the home.
Right.
Exactly. So, MP said, what you drinking, baby? What you drinking? MP, I am drinking a Crown margarita.
What?
Apple Crown. Yeah, Apple Crown margarita. That's what I'm drinking. And
Oh,
you said I'm doing it very light and cute. Love wine glass, very little. I filled it up twice.
Okay, girl.
Yes, but Rhonda, I really appreciate you joining tonight. I really hope you'll be able to call in on Friday and wish Poolie a happy birthday.
I will.
Yes, so we're gonna get it in on Friday. It's Poolie's birthday bash on Friday, baby. So make sure y'all all come back for Peachy Talks on Friday. Rhonda, it was a pleasure with you up here with me. You know I love you dearly, darling. You know I love you.
I love you. I love you too.
Yes. Look, she's trying to steal my damn demisses with the kisses. Oh, doing that shit. How's that playing, baby? How's your play?
I take it back.
You are so crazy. But y'all, thank y'all so much for joining me and Rhonda tonight. Rhonda will be back again. Definitely.
Definitely.
Is that right?
Yes.
All right. And y'all already know, you know how we do this. Y'all already know how we do this. We got to listen to my babies. It's a must. We got to. Here go the little one.
Peachy time.